All right, you guys, today we're going to steal Hillbilly's trekker. While Hillbilly's at the dentist, we're gonna go steal his trekker. He already knows that we want to paint it, but he doesn't know that we're gonna steal it and paint it today. So come on.
Where are we going?
We are going to Hillbilly's house to steal his trekker. We have the keys. Somebody gave them to us. I am not telling you who.
Had to have been his wife.
Not telling you.
All right, so we just had an imposter. Again, we're trying to be me, trying to take credit. Well, here's the deal. We're gonna go steal Hillbilly's trekker. We're gonna paint it. We're on a secret mission to go to Hillbilly's house and steal his trekker. Not gonna show you where the location is because it's secret, but we're gonna grab the trekker and we're gonna be on our way. Plain and simple. But in case you guys wanna go kidnap Hillbilly, it is at Northeast Ephraim, Utah, 84627. If you wanna go kidnap Hillbilly, that's where it's located.
All right, you guys, the stealing has happened. And we are on our way to the shop. I didn't even think about this, but hopefully Hillbilly doesn't call the cops because that'd be fun to explain like, oh yeah, we did steal that, but is for a good reason.
Here it is in all its mighty fine glory. All right, so we have the trekker in the shop. Hillbilly's gonna wonder who stole it because Hillbilly is crazy when it comes to taking keys out of his vehicle. I'm gonna start taking some stuff off so that when Hillbilly gets here tomorrow, he's gonna have no choice but to help work on his trekker. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this trekker. If you guys haven't watched the video where the trekker totally obliterates the 2023 Sequoia, you're gonna have to go back and watch it here because it's a good one and it shows the capabilities of this awesome thing. Now this is a new vehicle to the channel and it's a new vehicle for Hillbilly because unfortunately while we were at the Off-Road Record Games, his uncle suddenly passed away and Hillbilly inherited this from his uncle. So we're gonna do it some justice. I do know for a fact that it's supposed to be blue. So we have a paint code. Got some paint coming. I know that because Hillbilly's been talking with his cousins and they knew the paint code for the vehicle that their dad liked the color on. So that's what we're gonna use. And we're gonna turn this thing blue. It's a Toyota Tacoma color off a 2010 Tacoma. So it should look pretty awesome. Hillbilly doesn't know we're gonna do this. We're gonna let him sleep on it tonight, think his trekker got stolen. Tomorrow he'll be pretty shocked. We're not gonna need this. I'm gonna grab some tools, start taking some vents, the mirror, pretty much get everything off that we need off. Take the top off, take the antenna. We'll probably mask that, mask the stickers, because the stickers were put on by his uncle, so we don't want to ruin those. The Yukon ones we can replace. We'll take those off, put new Yukon gear and axle ones on. Gonna definitely need some new wiper blades. For the first time ever, I didn't even have to go get tools. A pocket wrench.
You can thank his Uncle Jim for that wrench.
Yeah, because it was actually his Uncle Jim that owned this truck that Hillbilly got his crescent wrench from. That's why he was so bummed out when he lost it, because it came from his uncle. But now I have one because of his uncle. So, thank you, Jim Butcher. I'll pull the hood off. He's gonna be so impressed. He doesn't even know, but he can't even wait to get here tomorrow.
Does he want to delete the trekker?
I think it's already heater deleted and everything else deleted. All right, so we got the antenna off. Put it all backed up. Holy cow, we need a new one of those. That just disintegrated. We'll have to get some aftermarket marker lights. It's got a big old screw with a J-clip on the back. There's drills, got some tie wire here. So we're probably gonna need to find him a grill. Probably have to find him some bezels, some lights. I might have to pull this front bumper to get this off. Grill. Looks like these are spliced. That's easy enough. Oh look, green to black and black to green. They're backwards, so we'll have to remember that. Make an editing note. Remember to put them on backwards. All right, so we've gotten this basically disassembled on the front end. So tomorrow when Hillbilly gets to work, we're gonna break the news to him, and then we're gonna make him work on it. So we're gonna have him pull the bumper, we're gonna sand everything. We'll pull the emblems, we're gonna save the stickers though. Unless Hillbilly doesn't wanna save them. I think this is gonna be a good deal, and I think the blue is gonna make this thing look super awesome, and we're gonna be using it on recoveries. I think eventually we're gonna put some lockers in it. Maybe he'll wanna upgrade the axles, I don't know, but for now I think we'll get some lockers. So anyway, it is tomorrow. Hillbilly caught us. We thought we were so sneaky, got his keys, we stole his trekker, and he has a little camera set up at his house and he watched us take it. Not even fun.
It alerted me when there was motion, so I had to see what the motion was.
Hillbilly watched us steal it. Cat's out of the bag. I think that packing peanuts should be against the law. They're literally the worst thing on the planet.
Wasn't it you that told me that they're edible?
They don't taste very good.
I'm going to take your word on it.
You know what's in this can?
I know it's paint.
Do you know what color?
Camouflage.
Your Uncle Jim could paint this any color he wanted. What color would it be?
Either blue or candy apple red.
It's not candy apple red. I, for one, think it looked pretty good, that color right there.
Way awesome.
Should we paint it?
Yeah.
Cool, we'll get to sanding it then. Now that we have rudely stole Hillbilly's Trekker and we are forcefully making him sand it, he's gonna finish taking the doors apart, get the roof off, start sanding everything.
So I tried sanding the sticker off. They've been on there for so long that they became part of it, part of the Trekker, so I had to scrape them off. That's only one. I got a bunch more. There's a couple I'm leaving on there, but a couple that need to come off.
Is that rust underneath it, or was that the color?
That's the color of the metal. It's the red iron that seal builders use.
So did he make this bed?
Yeah, I think he made it when he worked at seal builders. I'm punching out rivets that I've sanded off because they were wore out anyways. So I've been doing a bunch of sanding, punching, and replacing rivets. Tailgate's almost done.
I think the first thing I'm gonna do is mask these stickers of his uncle's. Because Hillbilly said he wanted to keep them. That's what I'm gonna do. So I found Robby, and he told me that maybe we could just take pictures and like just print the stickers. I don't know if that works, so I'm gonna try and draw them. And if that doesn't work, then we're gonna just mask them.
These just have old school metal flare type push-ins. We got these. We're gonna try to get a 4-wheel drive emblem off of eBay or something. Demery's gonna recreate these stickers. We're gonna get them printed so we can put them back on. But that way we can remove them, paint this thing, need to wire wheel this. We're not going for show job. We're going for paint this sucker so it looks good. All right, it's looking good. I want to get Demery an air hose so she can start working.
Hey, Robby.
Yeah.
You think it'd be smart to relocate the gas filler neck before we paint it?
That would probably be a good idea. All these little add-ons that you do are gonna make it to where you aren't gonna have this Saturday. We'll do whatever you want. Are we 180 in this?
We was 120 in it.
I thought you told us to.
Yeah, probably. We're using some C Abrasives 180 to really cut this stuff.
120 in doesn't even put scratches in the back to where we got Put new rivets in where the old ones were because they were old and wore out, and with us sanding this, is sanding the heads right off of them. And I think my uncle riveted them on there, so if they ever get bent real bad, they're easy to replace.
Looks like you about got it sanded.
And it is the hardest paint ever to get off.
I think it's some kind of aircraft paint or something, or industrial paint or something, because it doesn't come off very easy.
It's your turn. How was that to sand?
Not too bad. Tore the paper up. The CS sandpaper cuts pretty good. Probably cuts too good. It actually cuts the head of the rivets off. So Hillbilly is going through and he's re-riveting this panel back on. We've got it all 180. I'm gonna start 320 in the cab corner and rocker, and we'll just keep going forward.
I figured we'll sand the fenders before we pull them off, so we're not chasing them.
We're gonna sand the fenders before we pull them off of the truck, but we're gonna pull them off the truck because we don't want to pull the bumper. Yeah, this whole back is just about done. We just need to wire wheel the edges. Hillbilly wants to seam seal. He said he used caulking. Hours and hours and hours of sanding. It's no big deal. So this door's got a lot of rust issues. Basically, we tried to find a door for it, and wrecking yards just don't have pre-85 Toyotas anymore. So we're just gonna sand it. There's a cover that goes over it. We're not looking to make this thing perfect, looking to make it look good. I got the rocker, I got the cab corner all sanded, I've got the door sanded. We're gonna go to the fender. So I went and got some Sia sanding sponges because we don't know what the heck this crap is, but we can't get it off. It's like 120 grit, 180, and I've got a 320 sponge, and I'm just whittling all this black off. That's all I've got left on this door. I've wire wheeled the rust, sanded everything. Oh, I gotta do a little bit around the edge. A little wire wheel there, a little sand. Other than that, this door is just about done. Then we're gonna do the fender. We're gonna pull the fender off.
There's no way this is getting painted by Saturday.
Yeah, don't tell Hillbilly, but I don't think he's gonna be taking this camping. This black stuff sucks.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how mad will you be if you can't take this camping?
I'm pretty bummed, but I'll just have to, if this won't be able to make it, then I'll just have to figure out a gearbox for the Bronx Star and take it and show that one off.
So for about the last 2.5 hours, I have whittled right here. Whatever this black and gray stuff is does not want to come off.
Good primer.
Jeez, it's over top of the paint. So I've got it all sanded to about here. One cool thing, we were able to find the No Wimp sticker on eBay, but we could not find this sticker. So guess what? Yours truly, the camera lady, boss lady, has spent the last 10 minutes on her iPad designing that sticker. She's able to do it so quick. So she was able to design that up. We're gonna send it to a sticker place that prints them, and we're gonna print that sticker back out so we can actually remove it and not have to worry. Hillbilly's gonna get all his stickers put back on, and any other sticker that he wants. It'd be kind of cool. We've been sanding all day long, and my fingertips are really feeling it.
Should we ask the fans if they have a wing window? So Robby called our local salvage yards to see if we can find another wing window, because that one, the driver's side broke. No one had an 83 wing window or in that era of this body style. So if any of you guys have one, let us know. I really need another wing window, and I will buy it from you.
He won't actually buy it, but I will. Well, it's no turning back now. Stickers are gone. Finally got that all whittled. All right, so the kids showed up from the babysitter. So we got as much as we could sand today. Got a little bit left on this fender. Hillbilly's got a little bit on the cow and up around the windshield. Other than that, this thing is just about sanded. So tomorrow, we'll get back at it. We'll pull the fenders. We'll get it all prepped out.
I'd like to say it is tomorrow.
And then
snap your finger.
Tomorrow.
Okay, so I'm gonna be working on relocating the filler neck, because when we filled it in the last video of when we took this out in its first recovery, it kept spilling out because it's straight into the tank and there's no downflow. It's just, here's the filler neck, here's the tank. It's a straight shot, so it doesn't flow very well. So I'm going to be modifying this and relocating it up here. So none of the local hardware or auto parts stores had the filler neck I was looking for, so it is time to modify one to work. So there's a couple spot welds. I'm gonna drill those out, take this end off because I like to stay with that chrome flat cap, and then I'm gonna cut it off, cut this lip off, slide this on, and then re-weld those tacks in. It should slide off in theory. Oh yeah, we're moving good now. We're slowly moving. It's almost off. It's about off.
Why don't we just get a new one?
Oh, this one's still good, I think. Got it. You had doubts.
I still have doubts.
Now, gotta get this one off. I can just cut. I need to shorten it anyways, so I'll just cut it and be done with it. Throw the tack welds on it and then drill the holes in the trekker and it'll be done. It's not big enough.
Now what? Order one offline?
Why you gonna order one so bad?
I think that's how life works.
Oh no, I can get this to work.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'll get it to work. Yeah, looking worse than it already does. Oh yeah, I'll get this to work. You watch and see. Got the filler neck done. Now I need to drill this hole right there. My uncle insulated it. That's cool. Styrofoam. My uncle's a real thinker.
Ha! I knew it.
Foamed it.
I knew it.
And the outside's double paneled.
That's so that you can take a skin off, still have a skin.
Yeah. And he foamed it so people can stay warm.
As soon as they said, hey, come here and look at this, first thing that popped in my head is it's insulated. Because it's the perfect size. And he was a building builder. So at the time when he built this, he worked for a company called CO Buildings. So he was thinking like a building. It's awesome. It's skinned on the inside, thick on the outside, and insulated. I've gotten all the bolts out. They haven't broke yet. It's my fingers. So now I gotta somehow get in here and get those two little bolts out for the fender. And then I'll take this fender off. I'll work on getting that fender off. Hillbilly's still doing hillbilly things on that fuel filler neck. I think we've pretty well determined that this is not gonna be painted today. And he's not gonna be able to take it tomorrow on his family trip for Mother's Day. He's gonna have to figure something else out.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna unbolt this really bent up bracket. And here's the painful part. We're not straightening anything because if we straighten any dents on these fenders, they're not gonna rebolt in. Ow! No dent repairs, no straightening of or trying to make things look better. Just unbolting to paint and then reinstallation. I only broke one bolt. That's pretty successful if you ask me. Oh, bada bing, bada boom. Got it. You could pressure wash and clean all this too. Yeah. Real good bath. One more fender to pull off, then we'll finish prepping all the edges. And then I gotta conquer that hood somehow.
Are you concerned about starting a fire?
What's that? No, I'm not concerned.
All right, so we got the fender off. We're gonna run to lunch, come back, and get it all sanded up. All right, we're getting pretty close. He's gonna hurry and go weld this end cap on that he worked on this morning. And then we're gonna install the fuel filler neck. Got it? Good. So I'm just gonna have to scrub rust off of this. At some point, all the paint came off and it got a little rusty. We're gonna unrust it with some 180 grit. Hillbilly just got back with some hose clamps. So now we're gonna get the fuel filler neck in. He's been working on this most of the day. Well, I guess we're gonna try to put a 2-inch hose on a 3-inch pipe.
All they sell next size is like size my head.
It's a little, it's like trying to put a set of leggings on.
Leggings stretch way better than that.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is get this thing hose clamped, and then we're gonna fish it in. Oh, wow. All right, it's all mass lubricated. Okay, push a little. All right, now get your neck in. Check this out. So I've almost got half of this hood completely sanded. Now, when I look at a project or I look at a hood or I look at anything and I see the big piece, it overwhelms me. I'm gonna explain how my brain operates. I do it in sections. I start and I do half, but then that seems too big. So then I cut it into thirds and then that's still too big. So I do the edge and then I cut the half in half and I cut the third in half. And what you're left with after you sand all that, it's a little square. But let me show you what else I do with this little square, okay? So I take my square and I make more squares. And then check this out. So this isn't so overwhelming. It's like, oh, okay, now I just have 9 little squares. See how that works? Now look, now I only have 8 little squares. Now, my brain doesn't get overwhelmed because I know that I only have 8 little squares to sand instead of an entire half of a hood or a third of a hood or whatever.
That makes my brain hurt.
It makes my brain...
Like, I would have been like, oh yeah, I have 1 square to sand, not 8 squares to sand.
Well, it puts my brain at ease. I'm just curious. Does anybody else's brain work like this? Or are you normal? Just like that. Half of the hood is completely done. Lickety split.
It's all finally mounted in place.
Now hope it doesn't leak.
It won't leak.
Did you test it?
Oh yeah.
At least it looks good. Motorcycle style cap, sails. Shouldn't leak then, right?
Nope, no leaks.
In theory. Everything we do is in theory. Job well done. 6 hours later.
Is it gonna be painted tonight to be ready for tomorrow?
Heck no. It's what, 3 o'clock on Friday? Still don't have it all prepped. We gotta sand the rest of that hood, sand both fenders, sand the cowl, up around the windshield.
Well, it looks like I better get the Bronx Star done.
Well, we gotta finish this first.
Almost done.
It's done. Who did it?
I did it, but I don't know how to do the edges, so
Well, that's fine. Did you do it quicker than my squares?
I didn't do it like your squares, but...
What she's trying to say is that she might be normal.
Because I go from here to here to here to here to there.
Yeah, she has no sense of like
Organization.
She's just like, ah! Anyway, did anybody notice I have an extra sticker on my hat? That's because my daughter Adley put it there and I am not taking it off.
Just got this one piece right here on the inside to get done, and it's done. Almost forgot the last part. Before this is done, it can be painted. It's a seam sealer between the bed and the cab, because there's a pretty good sized gap there, and so I don't want moisture getting in there and making it rust. I'll make sure it's evenly spread.
All right, so Hillbilly's got that seam sealed. We've got it all sanded. Got this thing dialed, but it's not gonna get painted today because we've got stuff to do. And Hillbilly's going on an adventure this weekend. He's not taking this. He was gonna pull the Bronx Star in and start working on the steering, but we made a decision. What are you doing this weekend?
Taking the limo.
He's taking the limo to go play with his family. So,
Then I can load up my whole family into one rig.
yeah, he's gonna go camping for Mother's Day weekend and taking the limo with him. Have fun. All right, as always, we appreciate you. If you enjoyed this video, go check out this one.